Hello, and welcome to this week's Terrier News. I'm Katharine Baran.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. This week's tragedy struck in Iowa, but first, the latest on the election.
With only 5 days left until the election, the race is tighter than ever. The surprise announcement that the FBI would be reopening the investigation into Hillary Clinton's email server is hurting her in the polls. According to the new ABC Washington Post poll, they're now tied. President Obama, President Clinton, Michelle Obama, and Bernie Sanders have been out on the trail stomping for her, while Melania Trump and the Trump kids still will be doing the same for Trump.
This past week, 2 police officers were shot to death in Iowa. Interestingly enough, these 2 were separate cases done within minutes and miles of each other in the city of Des Moines. It's believed that these were ambush-style attacks, which left police officers no time to react. These guys were gunned down, sitting in their car doing nothing wrong, said Sergeant Paul Pazarek of Des Moines Police Department. 46-year-old Michelle Green was taken into custody without incident but has yet to be charged. Now all police officers have been doubled up for the time being.
On November 4th, Huffington Post founder and CEO Arianna Huffington headlines the new seminar for women in entrepreneurship. The event will start at 6 and is sponsored by Women to Women by Julia, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to changing women's lives for the better. The event is being held to help women in business grow more in their careers.
This past week, ABC Morning News anchor Ken Rosado came and spoke about his experience in the broadcast world. He touched upon the changing world of media and how it's beneficial and negative to the field. After trying to come here after 6 months and finally getting to speak, he was interrupted by the fire alarm. Thank you for coming, and we hope to see you soon.
Now to Cara, Fusaro, and Corey Adams with the entertainment news.
Thank you, ladies. On October 27th, it was announced that people may no longer do it for the Vine, as one of the most popular social media sites is being discontinued. Although there isn't a clear statement as to why Vine is discontinuing the app, one of the creators of Vine, Ron Yusupov, has tweeted, "Don't sell your company," the same day as the announcement, which may be some insight as to why the sudden closure. But we can't jump to conclusions, so we look forward to seeing what the creators will say. Fortunately, you do not have to worry about losing all of the creative Vines you have made or love to watch, because the website will still be available to view on the internet.
In other news, Lil Wayne became a trending topic on social media after revealing he doesn't feel connected to the Black Lives Matter movement. In an interview with ABC News correspondent Lindsay Davis, aired Tuesday night on Nightline, the rapper made some controversial statements on the movement, admitting, "I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me." Taking a red bandana from his back pocket, Wayne added, "I'm connected to this flag right here because I'm connected. I'm a gangbanger now." The conversation turned to the national campaign to end police brutality after the reporter wanted to revisit earlier comments he made in a Fox Sports interview saying there is no such thing as racism. He doubled down on those statements and added that the name Black Lives Matter just sounds weird. Oddly, his newfound disconnect to the movement is a different tune from the comments he made at an August Tidal concert, where he told the crowd, "We are Black America, Black Lives Matter, clothes don't matter, cars don't matter, nothing else matters, because Black Lives Matter."
Thank you both. Now to Matt Conklin with sports.
Thanks, guys. SFC men's soccer is on fire right now. They haven't allowed a single goal to the opposition since September 28th. And have now clinched a share of the Northeast Conference Championship for the first time since 1998. And the stage is set for the Battle of Brooklyn to resume as the Terriers take on LIU for the top seed and home field advantage throughout the entire NEC tournament next week. SFC was in the same situation last year and lost to LIU in penalty kicks after a 1-1 tie held up through regulation and overtime. But the Terriers will do all they can to make sure history does not repeat itself this time around. SFC hosts the matchup on Sunday, November 6th, and you can watch it on NEC Front Row, courtesy of Terrier Sports Network. And in the NFL, the Jets have been a mess so far this season, and it looked like they were about to take another turn for the worst as they surrendered an early lead to the winless Cleveland Browns last week. But with Ryan Fitzpatrick back at the reins at QB, the Jets managed to bang out a 31-28 victory over Cleveland. Gangrene plays the Dolphins in Miami on the 6th, and the Giants, who had a bye, will host the Eagles at home. And Chicago Cubs fans, it has happened. It has finally happened. You are cursed no more. As a baseball fan, you can't ask for more than an evenly matched World Series culminating in a do-or-die extra inning Game 7. It was a nail-biter from Cleveland as the Cubs grabbed an early lead, but the Indians chipped away and eventually tied it up on a home run from Rajai Davis off flamethrower Aroldis Chapman. It was the first home run Chapman had allowed since June when he was a Yankee, but the Cubs stormed back in the 10th inning as Ben Zobrist hit the go-ahead double, and Chicago went on to secure its first World Series title since 1908. The 108-year drought was by far the longest in baseball history, and the team they beat, the Indians, who have not won it all since 1948, now have the longest title drought at 68 years. For the Cubs, this is a monumental achievement on a generational scale. For over a century, they've been branded as lovable losers. They are a team that has been historically bad. The last time they won a World Series, Babe Ruth was a teenager. Thomas Edison was still alive. The Ottoman Empire still existed. Just to put that into context. Okay, that's it for sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Katharine Baran.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. Join us next week and follow us on our social media sites at SFC Terrier TV. Good night.